We are back for one more quick Live It video with Dr. Chris Baglow. And earlier we were talking about, when we talk about faith and science, having this, this reverence, this awe for God. And if we lose that, we're kind of lost, right? And so that's the starting point.
Absolutely. In fact, one mistake a lot of people make when they try to relate science and religion is that they don't have a proper reverence for the mystery of God. They, you can think about creationism, which treats God like Pope Francis said, a magician waving a magic wand and making this or that creature appear. God is far more mysterious and more subtle. He is not like his creatures, right? The way we would do something is not the way God would do it. There's a great theologian from history from the Middle Ages, Nicholas of Cusa, who was also a cardinal, and he has a wonderful dialogue between a Christian and a pagan called On the Hidden God. And the pagan asks the Christian who he's worshiping, and the Christian responds, God. And he says, who is this God whom you worship? And the Christian says, I don't know. The pagan says, how can you worship a God of whom you have no knowledge? And the Christian says, because I have no knowledge of him, therefore I worship him. In other words, if we could fit God into our finite, tiny little minds and completely comprehend him, he wouldn't be worthy of our worship. Right? In other words, we revere God, we honor God. God is worthy of our worship because God is not only our creator, but God is greater than anything our minds can think. Anything our minds can, anything the human mind can think. So that's an important thing to keep in mind. When we're trying to show people that science and faith are not in conflict with each other, don't try to squeeze God into a scientific theory or use science to prove God, because you're always going to end up proving a God or falsely proving a God that is actually smaller than the God we believe in.
That's beautiful. And scriptures say, eye has not seen, ear has not heard, and it hasn't even entered the thought of man, what God has prepared for those who love him. And and then in the Old Testament, his thoughts are above our thoughts and his ways are above our ways. So thank you so much. It's been a pleasure for you to be here with us.
It's been great to be here.
Awesome. So thank you guys, and we'll see you next week.
Thank you.